For Star Wars fans, there's no better holiday than May the 4th. And there's absolutely no better place to celebrate than Galaxy's Edge.
There's nothing happy about being here, nothing to celebrate.
This year, Disney took it to a whole new level with more exclusive merch than ever before and some surprises we didn't see coming. Today, we're diving into all of it and taking in the epic Star Wars moments this land has to offer.
Starting with the May 4th merch, and everything is Mando and Grogu themed this year. I really love the decal on the t-shirt. The hats are really nice, but I think one of my favorite things is actually the bag this year. Let's take a look at some of the other items. If you want to stay a little warmer, they have this really beautiful hoodie. And on the back has this gorgeous decal with all the characters from The Mandalorian on there. And of course, every year we get some new Discovery Series mugs. This year we have Naboo, Crate, and Endor, which are all really cute. I love the artwork. This year's pens are really great. I love the Grogu, it is so adorable. And then they have the main logo on this one, but my favorite part is they have some depth and texture to them. And my personal favorite thing in here is this Maul figurine. He's leaping with his lightsaber and just looks really awesome. It's really hefty too. And here they also have two of the new lightsabers, but we're gonna save that for when we head into Doc Ondar's. We took a pit stop into Tatooine Traders because this is where they have the Leia Bausch helmet, which is really beautiful. I've heard the voice changing on this is fantastic from some of the cast members. The leathering's really great. And on the side, if you look here, it actually lights up and gets green, which is awesome. Here it is outside of the box, and now that it's in my hands, I want it so bad. It is so beautiful, it's hefty, and then look at that. There's a little button right here, and there's the visor on. I kind of want to put it on my head, but I don't know how many people have done that. It's really roomy in there and padded too. Guys, I am really tempted. We made our way into the Spire marketplace, and right here when we walk in, we notice they have the new Galaxy's Edge limited edition comic books. The covers are really pretty, and I love that they come with the little action figures as well. They have them over in Doc Ondar, so we'll try to get a really good look at them there. I found this really cool Star Wars Arabesh edition stuff. I like this hat a lot. It's really pretty, and they have a matching Spirit jersey as well. This is kind of like one they used to have, but we have the Arabesh print on the back. I think they're supposed to have a t-shirt as well, so we'll have to track that down.
We didn't find anything new over at the creature stall, but at the Toydarian toy maker, there's a new Grogu shoulder pal, and he is so cute. He even has a tiny shield. Dead. And, I know, adorable Ewok. I love the different kinds of textures on this guy. Like he has, obviously, like the fuzzy. His hood is so cute. This is leather, and then his feet and hands are wood, so he actually stands on a surface like perfectly well. I kind of love him, and I think I need to take him home. Over at Spire Outfitters, we actually found tons of merch for the Mando and Grogu movie coming out soon. And I particularly love this t-shirt. I love that the mythosaur is embroidered. I feel like they're finally getting the hints that we love embroidered stuff. And I just love the detail inside the mythosaur. That's actually Mando and Grogu right there. I love that. And I actually happened to find the little collection of BDS droids. We loved these guys so much, and now we can just take them home with us.
Every year for the 4th, we get some really cool popcorn buckets, and this year here they have the Jabba sail barge, but we opted to get the really cool droid helmet. This thing is awesome. The weathering's beautiful. I love the strap on it, and what's really cool is the eyes actually light up and flash on there. This is my new Batu bound, and then when I get hungry, just fill it with some popcorn. I found this really beautiful new Spire Outpost merch here at the Jewels of Bith. I love this like green shirt and design, but the all over print is by far the coolest. And there's some really cool stuff inside I have to show you. These tumblers are so cool. I think this one's my favorite. I love the color. You have the skyline, some Arabesh on the back. This one we've had before. It used to be in a brown, but I am digging the blackout edition. But my personal favorite thing in here has to be this backpack. I love the shape of it, that it's more that square design. These are magnetic, so they come off really easily. And we have a patch on the front and the skyline of Spire Outpost. I think I'm taking this one home. I did end up getting the backpack. We got our little Ewok earlier, and then at checkout, you all, they got me with this Arabesh series Star Wars pen. I love the bronze color and the leathering. Oga's Cantina has some really cool mugs, and this year for May 4th, they just released this beautiful DJ Rex. I love this. I love the orange on the brown. The shape of it's really cool, but wait for it. When you come around the back, it's got part of the bar. You have a little Loth cat over here. These are like the keg levers. I don't know if those are what they're called. I don't drink. I apologize. But it is absolutely beautiful. We're definitely going to try to hop into the standby line and pick one of these up because I have to have it. We made it into Oga's to get the DJ Rex mug, and I got the non-alcoholic. It's called the Roaring Lopcat. This tastes like apple cider and cinnamon. It is so freaking delicious. I would highly recommend this, so good.
One of the best parts about May 4th is that people go all out on dressing up. And so we thought we'd show you guys what we wore today. I've got a little white overall getup going on. I have my Ahsoka belt, which we've said so many times before, goes with literally everything. This is one of my favorite accessories that I can wear. Today I'm wearing it like loose, but I also like to do this a lot and it looks great. Of course, I'm wearing my Chandela Starline necklace. I've gotten a couple nods to that, so it's really cool to kind of see that community still around. And overall, honestly, everyone just looks so amazing.
I went with a Resistance Jedi look today. I have my new hat, which I love because all the suns were out on Batuu today. This fun top, my new pin and Batuu pin on here, my Han belt, some accessories, and I had to pull out this awesome lightsaber, which has a spinning kyber crystal in it. How cool is that? I actually just got this from Vader Sabers, and if you want to pick one up, you can use our code Falcon for a little discount. We're going to check out even more new merch, and some of the best stuff is always in Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities. Let's head in and see if we can get our hands on some of the new Legacy lightsabers. This year we finally got the Obi-Wan from Episode 1 back in stock here at Doc Ondar's. This is just such a classic and beautiful saber. It looks really nice. It's pretty thin. It's not as bulky as I remember the original being. All the knobs are nice. I love the end. We can put the blade in, but unfortunately there's no battery in it, so it's not going to light up, but it looks really nice. This one's really lightweight, so a really great one if you want to like cosplay or carry it around Batuu, and you have your cover tech clip right there to put it on your belt. This year we got the Jedi Temple Guard lightsabers back in stock as well. This is the full staff version. You can buy them individually for $180. But the adapter is really beautiful. It has this like kind of wood looking engraving on there, so you can put both of them together. And then the hilts of course come in the box, the clamshell box that you're used to with the Jedi Temple logo on there. It's really beautiful. This is kind of a hefty saber, but it feels really nice. The paint is really gorgeous. You have the blue emitter windows. These don't light up or anything, it's just painted on there, but it's really nice. Let's pop a blade in. Alright, and then we have that beautiful yellow glow. We can only put one in. There's the shorter blade in here, so if you do get these and want to do the double bladed, I'd recommend doing like it's a 24 or 26 inch blade. But I'm really digging it. And the big saber this year is this beautiful limited edition Maul Shadow Lord saber. This is really beautiful, you guys. I am like in awe at the weathering on here. On the like Shadow Lord side, you actually have like little details of wiring going through here. All the scuff marks and dirt and everything, even up here on the emitter end of Maul's original lightsaber. The coupler's really beautiful. You have the holes here so you can get the sound coming through the board still. And all the knobs, I've always like in shock of how nice these lightsabers have gotten. Let's go ahead and pop the blade in really quick because I do want to see this ignited. And then on this one, it's a little different. You turn the knob instead of pressing, and it's really beautiful, you guys.
Nice.
Now, the only downside about this limited edition Maul saber is the box is a cardboard box. It's really beautiful and does come with some artwork, but I really miss the wood crates they used to come in. This is the item I have been so excited for. It is the great holocron, and let me tell you, it is great because it's huge. It's really cool. This works just like the other holocrons. There are a couple of touch points on here which will activate some voice lines. It's a little quieter, but you guys can still hear it on there. And supposedly they stack with the holocrons just like when you stack the Jedi and Sith. The Kyber crystal chamber is actually right here, and what I like is that this one is spring loaded, so it's so much easier to get one in. we found the limited edition comic issues, and these things are so cool. There are 5 in total for each issue of the Galaxy's Edge comics, and these come with a coin and a little action figure. And I think my 2 favorites are definitely Doc Ondar and Hondo Onaka.
The cool merch just keeps on coming because over here we have a Skiff Guard helmet. The detail on this is so amazing. It's very primitive. It really just looks very, very good, very legit. This is one of the ones that Lando wore. And if you get that, the best way to wear it is to pair it up with the Vibro Axe. This is like styrofoam. It's very light. It opens up so it's like got this full long look right here. And then we do have a couple of stationaries. So one that I thought was really cool is this Rancor. So this has a hole in the back so you can hang it on your wall. It's a very Star Wars low-key display. Like if you know, you know, but if you don't know, you just be like, what is that gross thing on your wall? And that's why I kind of love it. And then of course, your favorite, most gross and disgusting villain of all time has his own little statue now. His glass lights up, which is the best part. I love the detail on him. I love them like all the different colors and how he's kind of like gross, melty stuff on top. I think this would be a great addition if you're a fan of the Hutts. I am a huge lover of displays, and I bought another one. This is a Force Priestess statue. This is a baby version of the one that's actually outside docks. And the Force Priestesses actually taught Yoda how to manifest his Force ghost after death, which I love. And talking about Yoda, we've seen this little bust here for a very long time. I think he's really great looking, but now there's a way cooler one, and he comes in this giant box. I absolutely love the chrome look, and especially the wooden base, because I think it makes it very adult and just more refined for your home. Now another thing we absolutely love is the new Jedi mug that just came out. I really love like the color combination. It just like makes me feel so calm. And on the back we have one with the Force.
For my cosplay fans out there, there is a Mandalorian armor set now. What's really cool is you can actually get the armor, which comes in a cool bag, I'll show you in a second. But they actually have the full suit. So they have the pants here. They never have like the bottoms for any outfits in Galaxy's Edge, so it's actually really neat to see that. And the flight suit jacket, which is really nice. I was pleasantly surprised with the material. This is actually a hard like plastic and looks pretty good considering what it is. And then over here to the side, you can get your Mandalorian helmet to go along with it. So Black Series did have one quite a few years back, which I have. This one is much more shiny. Like it is brand new, has not been injured in battle, Beskar, and it's beautiful. And I almost forgot the most important part of a Mandalorian outfit. They have the Mandalorian gauntlets. These actually take batteries, and if you look here, you get the little like red light ups. That's so fun. You could use it for this, but I'd love to use this just for like a cosplay of my own creation. And this is the bag that the armor comes in. I actually really like this because one, you can carry it, or if you just want a nice little tote with a drawstring, it actually has a strap on the back so you can use it that way. And then while I was over here, I saw this beautiful Bo-Katan statue. Oh my goodness, how good does she look on her throne? The Jedi Temple mask they came out with this year is so beautiful. It's different than the original because it has so much detailing on it. The gold's gorgeous, there's the little dots. I can't remember if this one is from Rebels or the Clone Wars, so if you know, let me know in the comments.
Lieutenant Agnon?
Yes.
Oh, I found just the man. I have a very important question for you. I'm a representative from Chandrila, and I wanted your opinion on the festivities here on Batuu today, on this big crowd.
Festivities?
Festivities,
My
indeed.
dear, there is nothing happy about being here, nothing to celebrate.
Everyone
when there
seems
are
so
spies
happy.
everywhere. Yes, that's because I'm here. That's because the First Order is here. So, if that's the reason for it, go ahead. Could you explain it, please?
I could. I found it on the ground, and the suns were all out, so I just had to put it on.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, you were thinking of saving your eyes so that you could keep them open to help me find that spy.
Exactly, yes. I hear she has...
And now that the suns are going down, what are we planning to do with that hat?
I'm of course going to take it off and replace it with something more fitting for the First Order.
I knew I could trust you.
All right.
Not taking it off.
It's because you're a rebel.
I am.
Yes.
Getting interrogated by Agnon made me really thirsty, so we wanted to try the pink milk. This is new here at Batuu East. I know it's been over at West for a while. It smells good. I've been told it tastes like bubble gum, but then our friend Mary from Nerdy Daydream said it tastes like Flintstone vitamins, so I'm a little unsure what to expect here, but let's see. That is actually not bad.
Really?
It does taste very bubblegummy. It tastes like bubble gum.
Okay.
I still like green milk better, but I wouldn't be angry if green milk here went away, but please don't take it away, Disney World. And we got a free blue milk because somebody bought the sipper here, and I haven't had this in years. I know I didn't like it, but let's see if my flavor palettes change.
Oh boy.
Still not a fan. To me, this tastes like sweet soap.
Sweet
It tastes like sweet soap. It's not horrible, but it's sweet soap. I definitely prefer the pink milk, but green milk is still the best.
I need to know if green milk is still my preferred choice, so let's see. Bubblegum indeed. I mean, it's like Hubba Bubba bubblegum almost, right?
Right? It's so good though.
It's actually pretty good. Definitely better than the blue milk. This is the sipper that you can find at the milk stands, especially for May the 4th. It's the benta, and the cool part is when you pull out his straw, you make sounds. I hope you guys can really hear that. I heard some like rumbling, some running, and just him like grunting and making noises. I actually really like him. He's cool.
We're over here at Sabi's workshop because Disney threw a brand new lightsaber build at us out of nowhere, which is the new Power and Control. Apparently all of the lightsabers are going to be getting a refresh again, and they're starting with that one, and the scrap for it is absolutely beautiful, you all. Both emitters are gorgeous. I love all the sleeves on here and the switches. This is a build that I might have to come back for, but they are going to be refreshing all of them, so I kind of want to wait to see what the next one is and see, like, are they going to come out with a cool elemental nature with a new like tooth or something on the end of it, horns, I don't know. They're probably all going to look awesome, and we're going to do a build soon.
The best part about May the 4th is when all the fans gather around the TIE Fighter and the Millennium Falcon and they ignite their lightsabers. It's absolutely beautiful. And to make sure that you don't buy the wrong lightsaber when you come, just watch this video right here.